Artificial intelligence. In a nutshell, artificial intelligence (AI) is a system that simulates human intelligence using specific algorithms. Deep learning, a subset of machine learning, has taken center stage in recent years. Deep learning utilizes neural networks that imitate the human brain to interpret enormous amounts of data. It is already being used in many areas such as automatic language translation, cancer detection, fraud identification, and YouTube recommendations. As deep learning has the potential to radically disrupt existing industries, it is currently a buzzword creating a stir in the field of AI. In fact, it is predicted that almost 50% of human jobs will soon be taken over by this state of the art technology. Given that this technology will remove the need for many current jobs, particularly clerical and administrative work, and create in parallel new jobs, training to AI and robotics having diverse and relevant skills will be essential to overcoming the challenges that result from these changes. In a nutshell, this 3 minutes video explains the history of America in nutshell. So it's definitely worth a watch even if you don't have much time. Simulate. I often cuddle cuddle my body pillow at night just to stimulate having a boyfriend because I've never had one. I saw a computer simulation for magnitude 8.0 earthquake, and it was quite graphic. Algorithm. YouTube often changes its algorithm, so what gets recommended to you to watch might not always appear. Deep. My friend and I had a really deep conversation about the meaning of life. This cupboard is so deep, I can't reach the mugs in the back. My mom acts like she doesn't care about me, but I know deep inside her heart she loves me. I can't concentrate deeply when there is background noise, so I normally go to the library to study. The more I get to know Bill, the more I'm impressed by the depths of his knowledge. Subset. A large subset of the patients trailed responded positively to the medication. Are you all set to go? We are all set for tomorrow's event. Excited. Machine. Our office installed a really expensive coffee machine, but the beans are super cheap, so the coffee ends up being terrible. Take center stage. This new phone will definitely take center stage at the Tech Expo next month. Neural. Neural bypass technology could help people with paralyzed limbs regain control of movement. Imitate. In the past, China was criticized for always imitating products from other countries, But these days there's so much innovation happening there. They say imitation is the sincerest, sincerest from flattery, but it's still annoying when people copy my ideas. Automatic. I couldn't help punching him in the face. It was an automatic reaction. I made an automated stock trading system so I don't have to be in front of monitors all the time anymore. I'm a genius. Translation. This translation app helped me a lot when I was traveling through Mongolia. Can you help me translate this article from Japanese to English? Cancer. My dad had cancer 3 years ago, but after going through chemo treatment, he's back to his normal life. Normal life now. I try to avoid food additives as much as possible because some of them are carcinogenic. Throughout, I've installed a surveillance camera to prevent employee fraud like the thief of money. We made a recommendation to the client today. If you have the chance to visit Sapporo during your Japan trip, I highly recommend eating sushi and miso ramen. Radically, my TOEIC score improved immediately after I radically changed the way I studied for it. Industry. What kind of industry do you want to work in the long term? Although you may think that all ants are industries, the reality is that the majority of them are doing absolutely nothing. Buzzword. Consultants use way too many buzzwords. I can never understand what they are talking about. Steer. Steer. His tweets often cause a steer. I never steer my espresso because I want to enjoy the way it changes flavor as I drink. Excuse me, can I get a steer for my coffee? Soon. Sorry, I'm running a bit late, but I'll be there soon. I want to leave this company get together as soon as possible. I want to marry sooner or later. Later. But I think it's also okay to people not to marry. It's their choice. I need to book my flight sooner rather than later because the prices keep going up. Take something over. He's going to take over as CEO of his relative's business. So he has nothing to worry about money wise. State of the art. Massachusetts Institute of Technology provides all the equipment you need to learn about state of the art technology. Technology. How accurate is this lie detection technology? Nowadays, the pace of technological change is so fast that it's not easy to predict what the world is going to look like even just a few years from now. Clerical. I'll send you a new copy of the contract later because I found a clerical error. Administrative. I spend so much time on administrative tasks during the day that I usually don't get around to doing actual work until I get home. The test will be administered to all primary school students across the country. Parallel. While there are many specialists who draw a parallel between Japan a few decades ago and China today, I think they are actually quite different. The trainer had me do squats by bending my knees until my sides were parallel with the floor. Pertain. I'm not sure your question pertains to the topic being discussed, so we can chat about that later. Robotics. Some people say advancements in robotics could exterminate the human race, but I don't think that will happen during my lifetime. The hotel tried to utilize robots to make its operations more efficient, but ended up removing most of them because they kept mal- malfunctioning. I'm not sure if it's because he's super logical, but he sounds a bit robotic. Overcome. You need to overcome your fear of criticism if you want to be famous on social media. What's your view on artificial intelligence? I'm excited by AI, but I also dread it. What frightens you about AI? The prospect of evil machines scheming to seize control of the world is quite remote at this point in time. Given the technology is still in its infancy, I'm mainly concerned that they'll overtake humans, leading to innocent people losing their jobs through no fault of their own. It's really admirable that you feel that way. However, history shows us that although undergoing significant technological disruption condemns segments of the population to short-term hardship, in the long term, unemployment returns to its former level. People will get training and be utilized in jobs compatible with their new skills. Even so, it's important for governments not to dismiss the translation period as survival and not to help people through the adoption period and to withstand these changes. Threat, frighten, evil, scheme, seize, remote, infancy, overtake, innocent, fault, admirable, undergo, condemn, hardship. Going through hardship makes you stronger. I'm going to undergo an operation next week. Former, compatible. Do you know if this speaker is compatible with my phone? Dismiss, tribal, withstand. I'm impressed with how you can withstand all that abuse from customers.